Did the Timberwolves trade Rudy Gobert for the next Rudy Gobert? In addition to giving up a treasure trove of draft assets, the prize of the Gobert trade so far has undoubtedly been rookie Walker Kessler. The 21-year-old center is way ahead of schedule and is quickly becoming one of the league's best rim protectors. Here's everything you need to know about Walker Kessler and how he went from a trade throw-in to an untouchable member of the Utah Jazz. If you're new to the channel, be sure to drop a like, turn on notifications, and of course, subscribe for more videos if you're new. Kessler comes from an athletic family, as his dad and uncle were both standout players at the University of Georgia and were eventually drafted into the NBA. His dad was drafted by the Clippers with the 93rd pick in the 1987 draft, while his uncle was drafted 12th overall in 1990 by the Rockets. Neither had overly prolific NBA careers, but having people in your life who know what it takes to get to that level and can mentor you was definitely an asset. Not that Kessler needed much help, as he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school and even as high as a top 15 prospect in some rankings due to his prolific shot blocking abilities. Kessler averaged over 5 block shots per game his senior year and had his choice of major college programs including Duke, Michigan, Virginia, and Vanderbilt. Ultimately, he decided to go to UNC, where he didn't quite get the opportunity he was hoping for. Kessler made the most of his limited minutes as a Tar Heel, including nearly posting a triple-double with blocks in the second round of the ACC tournament. Kessler only averaged 8.8 minutes of playing time his freshman year, but still managed to average 4.4 points and 3.2 rebounds per game, which is pretty solid given his incredibly limited usage. But just because UNC couldn't appreciate what they had, doesn't mean other schools weren't paying attention. Knowing he needed a fresh start, Kessler weighed transfer options between Gonzaga and Auburn, and ultimately joined the Auburn Tigers. Kessler's shot blocking was so legendary his lone year at Auburn that not only did he set the Tigers' single-season block record and finally register that elusive triple-double with blocks, but he also led the entire nation in block shots. And if that wasn't insane enough, he even recorded more blocks by himself than all but 13 teams. Kessler wrapped up his second and final college season averaging 11.4 points, 8.1 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 1.1 steals, and 4.6 blocks per game, and was named the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Despite being a proven shot-blocking menace in a league that heavily values rim protection, Kessler was only selected 22nd overall by the Timberwolves after a nifty bit of trading with the Grizzlies. The Timberwolves traded the 19th overall pick in Jake LaRavia and a second-round pick for the pick that became Walker Kessler, and the 29th pick which was used on Ty Washington. Now you might be wondering, how on earth does a 245-pound 7'1" kid with a 7'6" wingspan fall to the 22nd pick? That's a great question. The only real knock on Kessler going into the draft was the lack of an offensive game. But what NBA scouts have since pointed out is, like teammate Jabari Smith Jr., Kessler didn't really have an opportunity to show his full bag at Auburn because their guards were so ball dominant and rarely passed him the ball. So it's not that he didn't have it, it's just that he never got a chance to show it. Unfortunately for the Timberwolves, just 8 days after drafting Kessler, they traded him alongside 4 future first-round picks, only one of which is top 5 protected, 1 pick swap, Patrick Beverley, Jared Vanderbilt, Leandro Bolmaro, and Malik Beasley for Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves were reportedly high on Kessler, but not high enough to stop them from executing this blockbuster. And if they didn't have buyer's remorse then, they certainly do now. Put aside the fact that Gobert hasn't exactly meshed in Minnesota, and forget about the unprecedented pick haul for a moment, as hard as that is. If you asked every GM around the league right now, who would you rather have on your team, Gobert or Kessler? Given their age and contracts, the answer would be overwhelmingly Kessler, and that isn't ideal for Minnesota. This year, Kessler's averaging 7.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 0.8 assists, 2 blocks, and 0.3 steals this season. But in the 15 games he's started, those numbers go up to 10.5 points, 9.7 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 2.1 blocks, and 0.5 steals. And he's currently 4th in the NBA in block shots and 4th in shots blocked per game, while averaging 9 to 10 minutes less than the guys in front of him. But even those numbers don't tell the full story of Kessler's brilliance, as he's had several incredible performances this year that have left Jazz fans speechless. Last month, Kessler hung 20 points and 21 rebounds on the Timberwolves, and just the other night, he dropped 14 points, 17 rebounds, and an insane 7 blocks against the Raptors, and again, he's just still a rookie. Regardless of what scouts may have missed, it's safe to say no one, not even the Jazz, knew he'd be this good this quickly. His rim rim protection is as sensational as advertised, and he's a pretty responsible defender already, averaging just 2.3 fouls per game. As for the offense that everyone was so worried about, he's shooting a whopping 71.5% from the field, which if holds would exceed Gobert's career best. His shooting mechanics are solid. He's an excellent screener, a constant lob threat, has a nice touch around the rim, and if he develops a jump shot, oh baby, look out. Basically, he's Rudy Gobert 2.0, but on a rookie contract and barely scratching the surface of his potential. Every metric, no matter how advanced, shows that he's one of the most positive forces on the Jazz. So it's no surprise that Utah considers him a foundational piece moving forward, which is something only he, Lauri Markkanen, and Ochai Agbaji can say right now. Kessler may have been overlooked in college, the NBA draft, and even by the team who drafted him, but no one is sleeping on him now. Thanks for watching. Of course, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We're currently dropping 2 videos a week that you're not gonna want to miss out on. But right now, only about 1% of our audience is currently subscribed, so hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all things basketball.